People are beginning to go outside, you know.
Why?
What's the purpose in that?
There's nothing for you out there.
I certainly know that. There's nothing in the outside world for the likes of me. The only things I need, the only things that interest me or bring me any pleasure in this world are indoors. Exhibit A. You're watching A Recipe for Nightmares, exploring the Vincent Price cookbook with your host, John McNee, the show that explores the Vincent Price cookbook with your host, John McNee. Oh my God, that's why it's called that. What we're aiming for with today's shirt and tie combo is a hot new fashion trend best described as an assault on the senses. You may not be able to articulate exactly why this makes you feel so uncomfortable, but at an instinctual, animal level, your brain feels under attack. It's a special day here on A Recipe for Nightmares where we have reached our historic 20th episode. Probably enough now. What can we possibly do that's ingenious enough to adequately mark the occasion? That's a problem that's been keeping me awake at nights, but finally I came up with a very, very clever, witty solution. Let's, says I, with my creative hat on, not this hat, another hat, take the 20th recipe in the book and just make that. Just make it. Sorted, isn't it? Job's a good one. And if you're to flick through horror icon Vincent Price's famous cookbook, A Treasury of Great Recipes, what is the 20th recipe? La Fondue de Poulet, Papa Bergerand, aka chicken with curry sauce. But John, you may be asking, Big John, Big Johnny Coolface, haven't you already done chicken curry? Yes, I have. That was before I knew that I was going to do this great 20th recipe in the book idea. There are several curry recipes in this book. I was surprised as anyone. Turns out, everyone's main man, little known fact about Vincent Price, Curry Daft. Vincent Curry Daft Price. We require chicken, carrots, onions, garlic, parsley, celery, bay leaf, thyme, peppercorns, salt, chablis, butter, apple, curry powder, flour, cream, lemon, and rice. It's a recipe that comes from the Hostellerie de la Poste in Burgundy, France. French curry. In his notes, Vincent Price writes, René here has dedicated this dish to the master chef Papa Bergerand, not to be confused with Papa Bergerac from the beloved Jersey set television show Bergerac. Step 1. Into a large kettle, put a 3.5 pound tender chicken. It says kettle, I've checked it twice. Must be a misprint, must mean big pot. So into a big pot, put a 3.5 pound tender chicken, ready to cook and breast side down. Wash your hands, of course. Step 2, add to the pot 1 large carrot chopped, 1 medium onion chopped, 1 clove of garlic also chopped, 6 sprigs of parsley. The more eagle-eyed among you may be able to tell I actually put in 7 sprigs of parsley. That's just between us. 1 stalk of celery with the leaves, 1 bay leaf, a 1/4 teaspoon of thyme, a 1/4 teaspoon of black peppercorns. I'll just add a couple more to account for the ones I dropped on the floor. Poetry. 6 cups of water. That is 6 cups. I measured it out earlier. I didn't want to measure it out now during the program because I didn't want you to be bored to tears watching me measure it. You know, it's not entertaining for you. See, I am considerate about entertainment value. I know you're not just here to gain from my expert cooking knowledge. 1.5 teaspoons of salt and 2 cups of Chablis. You better Chablis it. Put me on Ready Steady Cook. It's close to half the bottle. I already regret making this. Our chicken's ready to poach. Bring it to the boil, cover and poach the chicken for 55 minutes, which gives me just enough time to watch an episode of Bergerand. Now I'm in the mood. That was some damn fine police work. That's a quick way to cook a chicken. Or, if you prefer, a quick way to cook a chicken. We're now ready to move on to the sauce. In a frying pan, heat 3 tablespoons of butter. When that's melted, add in half a large apple, peeled and minced, and 2 small onions, minced. Sauté them for 3 minutes. And if you need to measure how long 3 minutes is, it's exactly as long as Lou Reed's makeup from his seminal 1972 album, Transformer. Now we're coming out. Bum, 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 bum. Out of our closets. Bum, 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 bum. Out on the streets. Bum, 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 bum. We're coming out. Bum, 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 bum. Stir in 1 tablespoon of curry powder and sauté for another 2 minutes. And if you need to measure how long 2 minutes is, it's exactly as long as Miss Skredenko by The Police. Is anybody alive in there? Is anybody alive in there? Is anybody at all in there? Nobody but us in there. Nobody but us. Stir in 3 tablespoons of flour. What a mess. Then you want to take 2 cups of the chicken stock and gradually stir that in. Then we're going to cook this over a low heat for 25 minutes. I don't know what song that's exactly the length of. Probably something by Meatloaf. Look at that. Look at the way it moves. So what we're going to attempt to do now is strain the sauce through a sieve. Oh my word, it's moving like tar. This is what we're left with. To the strained sauce, add half a cup of cream, half a teaspoon of salt or to taste, and 1 teaspoon of lemon juice. This is what we got now. Looks like nacho cheese. And that's the sauce done. Now, just the presentation. Because we probably wanted to look a little bit more appetizing than this. And there we have it. Le Fondue de Poulet Papa Bergerand. If you ever wondered how the French do curry, this is it. Today's dish will be paired with a 2018 Appellation Chablis and the 20th film that Vincent Price ever made, The Long Night, starring Henry Fonda.
Listen, let's get out of Jesus. 1 minute you're talking about show, 1 minute you're dragging in show. You don't make sense.
I think it will in just a moment. You see, there's something I should probably tell you. Something important.
Yeah, what?
Well, simply that my profound concern about Joanne is a most natural one. Since the little girl, you see, she is my daughter.
Huh?
Today's episode is brought to you by John McNee's Doom Cabaret, my new collection of short horror stories from Sinister Horror Company. Truly a collection for the fine horror connoisseur, or gourmet, if you will. Reviews have been good so far. Please pick up a copy and read it and let me know what you think by leaving a review someplace. That's all for this episode. If you enjoyed it, please do like, comment, share, subscribe. Don't go outside, that's just my personal opinion. And of course, do join me again next time for another recipe for nightmares.